Good morning. I think it's a well-known fact that just before a system collapses, total collapse, you will see very strange and sort of desperate decisions coming from the rulers. Yeah. People who have been looking back at old systems, old empires, just before it collapsed, you see these very strange decisions coming from the guys in charge. Yeah. Do you recognize this, maybe? Now, I was thinking about Novak Djokovic. It's just an example, of course, but Novak Djokovic, he will not play in the US Open, this big tennis tournament. I think it's next month. Because he didn't drink the tea, he's not allowed to come, right? So he's probably the best ever tennis player, yeah. And he will not play. And meanwhile, the president of the United States, you know, this guy, Joe Biden, he tested positive again. I think, I don't know, but he tested positive. I don't know how many times he tested positive, but he did again. Yeah. And he had 4 cups. Yeah. And this is strange, isn't it? Now, I have a question. If Donald Trump was the president in the United States, do you think that Novak Djokovic would be playing? Do you? Well, I actually think so. Yes. Now, Trump actually won the election, but he was sort of removed. And instead they got this guy, Joe Biden. Joe Biden wasn't elected. He was picked. And I'm very interested in the Roman Empire, yeah. I've been studying this stuff, because it's just fascinating. And you know, just before the Roman Empire collapsed, they had this, the personal guard of the emperor. You know, all these people guarding him, you know, security people. They actually assassinated emperors. They did. They decided who was going to be the emperor. You know, they even auctioned the title at one point. Yeah. They said, okay, so anyone wants to be the emperor? Now we're going to have an auction. Yes. This is quite similar, actually, to what happened in the United States. I think it is. Yeah. So somebody paid them, and then they just assassinated the old one. And they installed this new guy who paid them. Yeah. That's how it worked. And this was just before it collapsed, you see. And then they had this Senate who was totally corrupt and confused, you know, in Rome, in the Roman Empire. Yeah. Extremely confused Senate. And the citizens, they lost confidence in the system, and then it collapsed. Yeah. This was one of the reasons, major reason, I think. Yeah. So, yeah, it reminds me of what's going on. Now, it is collapsing. I think it's pretty obvious that it is collapsing now. We see it here in Europe. Inflation is incredible. Yeah, here in Sweden, things are getting so expensive, you know. And I think it's planned. Well, I know it's planned. They want to collapse this and replace it with a new system. It's called the Great Reset. This is what they want to do. Yeah. So they are going to collapse this thing. Yeah. And then people who survive, who are doing well after the collapse, will be the competent people. Yeah. And maybe we will meet, you know. We are already meeting, yeah. But maybe after the collapse we will look more seriously for each other and find each other and create a new civilization, a society. Yeah. Totally decentralized, of course. Yeah. So maybe there will be campfires, you know, after the collapse, and people are looking for these campfires, and they will find the competent, able people who are prepared for this. They will find them there. Yeah. I don't know. It's a romantic picture, isn't it? All right. Be good.